Our next first-time guest is Mike Tamasi of AccuRounds. Hi, Mike.
All right, Jeff.
Good, thank you. Tell us about AccuRounds.
Well, AccuRounds is an advanced manufacturer where you do contract precision machining for a variety of industries: medical, defense, aerospace, semiconductor, oil, gas. So we make shafts, pins, and valves that could really go into anything. The actuators that control wings on airplanes. We made the top part of the Freedom Trail signs that are in Boston. We've done golf shaft mandrels for graphite shafts.
Wow. I mean, right away you throw me off because to be a custom manufacturer like that, I assume everything is being done on its separate production units, that you have I'm going to guess just to get in trouble. Maybe you have a medical team and you have this team. Do you specialize in all these areas and sort of focus that way?
Yeah, we don't have separate teams by industry, but we have separate areas for processing flows of work. So
Right.
we have value stream teams on the floor that are wrapped around machine types and product mix. But it could be multiple industries per product. So whether it's a large CNC Swiss machining product group or a small CNC Swiss machining product group or a CNC milling part. So we wrap small teams of CNC machinists around that, and once it gets through our engineering group, they make the parts.
Tell us the origins of AccuRounds.
Well,
manufacturing in America and at such high precision.
Yeah, it's a great story.
It's a great story. It's not as unusual as people think, because I think, high-end manufacturing is still an American forte.
Well, there's certainly a manufacturing renaissance going on today, and we can talk about that in a little bit. But to
Let's
give you the history of the company, I'm a second-generation family business owner. My father came over from Italy when he was 17 years old with nothing and truly lived the American dream. Took a talent in centerless grinding and built a business around that and grew it into a nationally and internationally recognized grinding and manufacturing business.
Did you grow up in the business? Were you trained in it? Did you leave it to get trained?
I tell people I was born into it. I started working in the shop when I was 12 years old, whether it was sweeping floor, packing parts, and ultimately when I was old enough in my mid-teens to get on machines and do some grinding and machining and turning and milling and really understand at the base level of the business where the money is made, and we're all about turning spindles.
Do you have a competitive advantage in your business? What makes you special? And then it sort of goes with that. Is it a very competitive field, and are margins extraordinarily tight in your business?
It is competitive. It's a highly intensive capital equipment industry, and we just recently expanded our facility and spent a lot of money on capital equipment. But our competitive advantage really is in the culture and the people. Having the right mix of talent on the floor and understanding the principles of continuous improvement. We're very big on our core values and our guiding principles. And our tagline is at AccuRounds, we get it. And get it stands for gratitude, excellence, team first, initiative, and trust.
So in this very competitive world, in a very competitive market, Massachusetts is very competitive, where it's hard to find people. How do you keep that edge, that high edge of excellence? Do you get a lot of professional development? Do you go outside a lot, or is it all done internally?
We do a little bit of both. We just completed our 4th Workforce Training Fund grant. So we try to bring people in to train our employees, whether it's on just math, geometric dimensioning and tolerancing type, or whether it's supervisory training skills, people skills. And we also send people to conferences, lean manufacturing conferences. The Greater Boston Manufacturing Partnership is having one on October 1st and 2nd in Springfield, which is a well-attended event. So we try to mix it both, but we need to continually invest in our people. I know it's a cliche, but they are our most important asset. Without them, we wouldn't have a business.